Hey everyone,
Hi guys.
we're here talking about our upcoming second installment of the Multidimensional Template Clearing series. And this time we're focusing on poverty and scarcity consciousness. This is a template that exists for so many on this planet, especially with the 3D matrix enforcing it. And generally we have a relationship with money, abundance, worth, value, which relates to this idea that we are unworthy of it, or that we need to achieve something or be something in order to match a vibration, in order to attain it. And yet, even by being aware of this, we can have a lot of unconscious programming where this matrix, our conditioning, our ancestral energies, multidimensional energies from across lifetimes, past lives, parallel lives, can unconsciously influence us. So as much as we're trying to attract abundance, as much as we're trying to create in our lives, we've got this other program which is conflicting it and creating more of this struggle and more of this scarcity, which many of us create.
This template, it's like the core belief that we have, and it's within our DNA, sometimes stored from past lives or ancestrally and from all these different dimensions, and sometimes it's thought forms and attachments and things like that can really hold us down. And it's also within the psyche of many on the planet. And even it's not even just poverty consciousness isn't just in poor people as we think. It can be in very wealthy people. The idea of fear of loss and all these different concepts. There's lots of different angles we can look at it, and it can definitely be met and looked at, and a lot of it isn't ours, and some of it is enhanced, of course, and by this, but also the circumstances that we are in are part. Basically, it's our belief systems, these core patterns, these templates that create our surroundings. So when we can look at it and we can meet it and also clear all these energies that basically we say we don't want them anymore, we are ready to let go, we are ready to release. We will be doing commands for releasing this and recalibrating you on a DNA and cellular level.
Yeah, and this is the thing when we're working this way, and one of the reasons we're working multidimensionally, and I've worked ancestrally before, with money and certain other themes. Multidimensionally, we're working across the board, and when it comes to scarcity, it isn't just to do with our wealth, to do with money, it's also to do with our creations, to do with our relationships, it's to do with how we see the world, how much we relate to the world and what is possible for us. If we're coming from this core underlying belief that there is very little in the world for us, so we have to compete to get something, and that creates this idea of constant struggle. And what happens here is that the matrix that we're living in is actively enforcing this poverty consciousness through the prism of money and through the prism of enforcing control. And so we have to consciously break out of this to depattern this and decondition this out of our psyche. And as Paulina was saying, this is in a collective psyche. This has been passed down for eons, and we're in a time now we're being given an opportunity to break out of this. And we know this very well. We've been experiencing this ourselves, and this is why we want to share this, because so many people, so many light workers are experiencing scarcity, poverty consciousness, and it's an era of consciousness that is very seductive. It will give you many ideas and belief systems to support it. And this also relates to survival consciousness as well, where we just have enough. And so we're working to really shed so many of these belief systems, patterns, karmic energies within the multidimensional layers of our body, and embrace what is rightfully yours, your sovereign birthright to access infinite abundance.
Yeah, there's so many of us still feel this lack or this not enoughness, and we're surrounded by abundance, and we can't necessarily always tap into that feeling. The feeling is always, it doesn't matter how much people have, they still feel like it's not enough. And we want to really look at that and see, is it really ours, or is it something that that we've taken on. And like Vaz was saying, a lot of it is mind control. It's within the psyche of humanity. And if we can break free of that, break free of the idea and the patterns of lack, because we know that the universe is abundance. We know we're grey areas. We know there's all of this for us, out there waiting to come in, but we're blocking it. We're because of our beliefs, our core beliefs are saying, no, I can't have this, I'm not worthy of this. And even though we know on a mind level, because we've read the books, we've been told, we need to believe it in our core, in the deepest part of us, to begin to actually see it in our reality.
Yeah, so we're going deeper with this one, working with activation commands, transmissions and activations throughout this, as well as a lot of teaching and sharing the insights related to these experiences to help you break out of this. So join us to explore more in our event